It took me until now to realize it's Alexandre, not Alejandro.
Yeah, Alexandre Pantoja. He's a beast.
Destroyed Kai
Made it look
France.
easy, dude. I know. I think I picked Kai just to be devil's avocado on here too, right? And kind of go the other way. We all know I really had.
Oh, no. That's a bit of a devil's love sack, if you ask me. Saying that.
I was so mad. I was watching it and I was like, God damn it. I was like, I tried to be cool because I was like, oh, maybe he'll pull off some shit. And
it's what he does to everyone.
It's just what he does.
Body lock.
Gets a hold of you, takes your ass down, and looks for
body lock, leg laces, drags him down, takes the back.
He's a strong little bastard, I bet. I bet he's a strong little bastard, that Pantoja.
Yeah.
I mean, he made that look like nothing. So yeah, that's why I think he's getting a little disrespected even on the pound for pound list. What title defense was that for him?
4. That's 4 defenses.
He's getting there. Maybe if he does it one more time, what did Mighty Mouse have up to?
11.
That's insane. That's insane. Here I am saying Pantoja, if he's on the right track, I take it back. I mean, that's insane. Okay. Now, there's an argument for maybe the competition is up or down over years, right?
There you go. You go. Because I think I said this somewhere recently. But, we've talked about this on here, how the sport's always evolving, growing. Access to training is way, way better. Years ago, I was sitting around with 4 guys in a room on a mat. We were trying to figure out how to escape triangles. I always use that as an example. Now you just go to YouTube and you can find 1,000. You can find a black belt on almost every street
corner. No matter where you live, you can literally go and find a jiu-jitsu gym almost anywhere. And guess what? Get pretty good roles with who those guys are there. Is it going to be the creme de la creme, the best gym? No, but no matter I'm in Delaware County in Pennsylvania, right outside of the city. There's, I think, 4 within a quick drive of me. And I know some of the guys that run a few of them, and they're good black belts. Like I can go and get good. It just shows you how much I really don't love training jiu-jitsu, because I have one literally 5-minute walk down the street with really good guys, and I don't go.
So these are the wins. And by the way, just want to state for the record, not trying to slander Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
No, of course not.
The man's a legend of the sport. I'm just trying to compare the eras. So the wins that he had were Ray Borg, Wilson Hayes, Tim Elliott, Henry Cejudo, John Dodson, Kyoji Haraguchi, Chris Carriaso, Ali Bagatinov, Joseph Benavidez, John Moraga, John Dodson, Joseph Benavidez, and Ian McCall. So there's some really good names in there.
Good dudes on there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
especially at that time, right? Like Dodson was a problem back then. Like, who else did you just say that I remember being?
Benavidez
in his prime, bro, was a problem. And there were good close fights, especially I think the first one in particular, right, was a really good fight between the two of them.
Tim Elliott.
Tim Elliott's good, man. He's huge too.
And he gave Mighty Mouse some problems. Now, if you look at Pantoja, it's Kai Kara France. Kai Asakura, who made his UFC debut, but he was a Pride or something like that, one FC champ. Steve Erceg and Brandon Royval, and he won the belt off Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
So, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's horses for courses. No, it's not horses for courses. It's we're splitting hairs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're splitting horse hairs on the love sack.
Splitting horse hairs on the love sack. You can split a horse hair; they're very thick.
Yeah,
Pantoja probably going to fight. Well, no, he is going to fight Joshua Van next.
Yeah, we got to talk about Joshua Van too. That kid is good, man. Talk about another kid that's got great boxing. That was a scrap. That was one of the best scraps I've seen in a while. Because you know what? Credit to Royval too, man. He was chucking. He was out there. He was having his moments. He landed some good shots. It really came down to the end of that fight. And Van pulled out that big punch and that good ground and pound, and he definitely took that back with a vengeance.
Yeah, that's what it came down to. I mean, it was a close fight, and you can make an argument for Joshua Van winning. Yeah, and you could probably fashion together an excuse for where you had Royval.
Yeah, it was a good fight. was a
good fight, high output. Joshua Van was landing heavier. Brandon Royval probably had the volume.
He was landing more for sure. But you're right. Just when Van would land, it was like, holy shit. He waits a little bit, and then when he goes explosive, and he does damage.
And then drops him in the final seconds.
Yeah.
That just sealed the deal.
And you can even see with Royval the way he reacted after that happened. He got up. Oh, he was like, I think he knew, like, if I had been the guy that was landing the better shots in that 5th round, maybe I take that 5th round and get a decision. But yeah, getting dropped, you could tell that was heartbreak for him there.
Hey, 23 years old.
Yeah. He's a kid. He's a kid.
See, Callum, I watched it with Callum. Callum's 24 now. And Callum's like, oh, I hate this guy. And I said, why? He was joking. He's like, he's 23.
Yeah.
And look at what he's doing with his life. He's making me feel bad. It's unbelievable. 23 years old. He's been in the UFC for 2 years.
Yeah. Funny thing about him to show his age, right? I was watching one of the interviews that Nina does with them backstage or at just random questions and things like that. And she's like, do you know who Forrest Griffin is? He goes, oh, yeah, the PI guy.
Oh, no. The PI guy.
The PI guy.
Forrest Griffin is literally the reason why the UFC is where it is.
The PI guy. He's 23. He probably wasn't even watching the damn sport yet when Forrest was doing that kind of shit.
2005 was 20 years ago.
Yeah, he was 3. He wasn't. And he probably hasn't gone back and watched it all. He got into the sport because the sport, when he's of an age to start training, is huge already.
Can you imagine how small he was at 3? He's not a big guy now. 20 years ago, he was crawling around on the carpet. You know what I mean?
Forrest is fighting Stephan Bonner. Yeah.
Yeah. And then who else did he fight? Shogun. He tapped out Shogun.
Yes, dude. I was a huge Forrest Griffin fan when I was younger, and I was in college when I would watch those fights, and we'd get together on the weekends. I rooted hard for Forrest, and when he beat Shogun, nobody thought he was going to beat Shogun.
No,
when they brought, nobody thought he was going to beat Shogun. That was amazing.
I think in some ways that was. I know Forrest went on to become champion of the world. I think he beat Rashad Evans. But Rashad took the belt off. No, he beat Quinton Rampage Jackson.
He Rampage in a close fight, yeah.
Oh, and that's
and Rampage thinks he won that fight.
Yeah, he got beat, but then Rampage kind of lost his mind a bit, didn't he? I don't know if you remember that. Got in his monstrous truck, was driving down the freeway on the wrong side of the road and stuff. It's crazy. But I think beating Shogun might have been his biggest win. Don't get me wrong, beating Rampage for the belt, of course. I mean, but beating that version of Shogun that came over from Pride, everyone was like, whoa, we got Vanderlei, we got Shogun, we got Mirko, and he taps out Shogun. Crazy.
Yeah. It was nuts. It was not expected to happen. And I lost my shit. And then a lot of those Pride guys had issues and they came over because even Crow Cop, remember when Gonzaga head kick knocked him out?
I was the co-main event. That was the main event.
Oh, yeah. Where was that one?
UFC 70, Manchester.
That was Manchester?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know that. But yeah, that was bad. That was another one that just Vanderlei got beat up by some people, but he had some crazy wars when he came back. But
I got robbed off Vanderlei. I fought Vanderlei in Australia, UFC 110, close fight.
Yeah.
I did. I'm telling you, I wobbled him a couple of times. I picked him up. I took him down.
I remember that fight.
Slammed him good.
Yeah.
And I remember I slammed him at the end of the second round, and he got me in a guillotine. And I'm telling you, bro, that guillotine was tight. It was
that's the worst feeling in the freaking world.
I was like, I don't believe this. I am getting choked the out. It's like, and then beep, the round went.
Gosh.
And I remember I was on my knees because he was on his back. I'd taken him down. I was on my knees. Referee grabs us. He lets go. And I lift my head up. And right there is Dana and Lorenzo. And I just go, whoo. And they both kind of laughed their ass off. You know, it was close.
Oh, man. Yeah, getting choked in that octagon is the scariest feeling in the world. But getting out is the best. I remember when Charles had me in that. He had me in a like a Darce Anaconda thing, dude. I was gurgling, like you could hear me. The ref is getting close because I'm like, and when I popped out of that, I was like, oh, I thought that was it. I was thinking in my head, same as you with that guillotine. I remember thinking,
yeah,
I came all the way here. I trained all these weeks, and here I am in the exact same thing I was worried about getting stuck in, and he's choking the shit out of me.
All right, today's episode is brought to you by True Classic. At True Classic, the mission goes beyond fit and fabric. It's about helping you guys show up with confidence and purpose. The gear fits right, it feels amazing, and it's priced so guys everywhere can step into confidence without stepping out of their budget. But what really sets them apart, it's not just the fit or the fabric, it's the intention behind everything they do. True Classic was built to make an impact, whether it's helping men show up better in their daily lives, giving back to undeserved communities, or making people laugh with ads that don't take themselves too seriously. They lead with purpose. I've been wearing True Classic for a while now. You can feel the difference the moment you throw it on. Tailored where you want it, relaxed where you need it, no bunching, no stiff fabric, no BS, just a clean, effortless fit that actually works for real life. Forget overpriced designer brands. Ditch the disposable fast fashion. True Classic is built for comfort, built to last, and built to give back. You can grab them at Target, Costco, or head to trueclassic.com/believe and get hooked up today.